Good evening.
Covenant has been one awful on us.
What happened?
Covenant. Oh, look at it, 2 minutes, look at it. 2 minutes.
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
And he said, I'm writing rubbish about. It's like, I've never been written about sport about CAF. Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Sometimes
Coach,
these things go soft.
obviously you must be really happy with the spirits of the boys in the second half, coming back from 2 goals down. Just your assessments of the match.
Yeah, mixed emotions. At halftime you could see that we were making basic errors. We were forcing things because Supersport was more compact, central, high on top of our box, and we couldn't penetrate. Obviously, you can't play through. Now you need to find ways and means of how do you then overcome that without sending the ball forward, because the minute you kick the ball forward, it comes back. So you need to find another alternative, and the alternative was clear. Get the ball to the fullbacks, because you can't go through the heart, go around, and then as soon as you get the ball to the fullbacks, then progress. It looked like our fullbacks were immediately behind the wide attackers, so being at it buzz speed. So we requested them just to avail themselves. That was the only change we made, and then put emphasis that, listen, if they score 2 goals, 45 minutes, we can score 3, 45 minutes, and we do create a lot of chances. But then the second half was much better. Better energy, better decisions, good technical application, desire to want to score, and the goals that were scored were beautiful. Nguse, the composure inside the box, the penetration from a wide area, and throughout the 45 minutes second half, we found enough space behind our fullback Swabo, which then became irritation for them. We are happy with the second half performance, but we are not happy with the attitude we portrayed beginning of the match and throughout the first half. The goals we conceded as well, near post. I mean, we do set plays every week, twice a week in fact. So somebody was supposed to have manned that zone. And the second goal as well, 2 basic errors, 2-0. But we still played fairly well, except that we did not unlock them. But second half was completely different, and we are happy with the victory.
Especially Nguse, coach, he had a lot of power. Yes, you said about composure.
He's something else. Mbesuma has got something that he's very deceptive. The frame of his is big boy, and you may think he's slow. No way, he's quick, he's powerful, he's strong, and he's clinical. You could see the goal he scored. And he's a goal scorer, but even before I arrived, the coach Mabuti Kanyes, this kid was scoring. I can tell you that this guy is a good attacker, he's a good goal scorer, he's a good striker. We can only work with him, give him confidence, and generate goals so that he can take them.
How important was avoiding the defeat at home, especially after turning the corner, winning the last 2 games?
It was very important. It was very important because the objective we have put is that out of the 5 matches we're going to play, we need to get 10 points. So we had 3 points already. Now we're having another point is 4. So we are left with three matches. So out of the remaining 3 matches in this group of 5, we need 6 points. So if we had lost, it meant we needed 7 points. So at least it's more like you're processing goals. But for confidence sake as well. But one thing I like about this match is that it gives us a great opportunity to fight with them for the decisions they took and how they applied themselves in the first half. And also compliment them for the second half in terms of how they applied themselves. So the 2 halves are just a perfect way to say, this is where we went wrong, this is what we shouldn't do, and this is where we went right, this is what we should be doing consistently.
Coach, 3 games now, 7 points. The club has said you came into us slipping and sliding, when I think it was 11 games. What did you find the mood in the camp, coach? Just to trigger the boys to say, hey, you know what, come on.
Listen, I'll repeat myself. Coach Mabuti Kanyes and Opilankulu had done a great job. After a win in Polokwane, we were immediately at position 8. Just one result. And then from there, we played Richards Bay, and then we consolidated, we're having a point. So it's only a question of, we took too long. There were too many matches before we got a victory. And then
create a mental block to
it
players.
does,
Yeah.
it does. It needs a little bit of more composure and have a way of saying, listen, man, you're still the same person. All you need to do, focus on what is it that you need to unlock, and then luck will come. Keep working. But I thought it was a period where it was developing growth for everybody, even Coach Mabuti Kenyans. No coach in the PSL, I think, had gone 11 matches. And if you go 11 matches without victory, it's such a deep setback that you develop so much resistance, because you can imagine match number 5, match number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and you still have to pitch for training. Look at them, talk to them, go to the match, field questions from media, pre-match interview, post-match interview, preparation. You need mental strength.
So it tested you at some point. That
I
we had to also talk to him while he's done. Also the players, was it double job for him?
We didn't talk, we clicked immediately. He's a good human being, and the one thing that we underestimate about life is the power of energy. You can enter into a room and immediately pick up that, okay, there's something that's going to happen here. And then you enter in a room, you feel it's quiet and seamless, and then you settle. I got here, it was quiet and seamless, I settled. And even the discussions we have, it's more of reminiscence of the past. What happened when he was playing, when I was at Chiefs, when I was at Sundowns and all that. We never spoke about the scenario and the situation up until now. And they have absolute freedom, Lavant, to do whatever they want. If it's time to get up and pass on instructions, so what? If there was an incident, the fourth official comes, she wants him to sit down, confronts him and say, no, you carry on, I sit down. You don't have to be threatened by people around you. And when you are in a situation where you're working in a project, the project belongs to the institution, not an individual. Only narcissists have a problem with people who bring their contribution, because all they wish to see or hear, it is their voice and their work. They like listening to themselves. But people who are comfortable in the company of everybody else, you welcome everybody's input. And in football, nothing is wrong. Everything is right, except that it is a different perspective.
Coach, I have to ask, obviously Coach Gavin Hans felt hard done by in the second goal, Luthi. Throw in Yabo. So I'm not sure what's your perspective on that.
Gavin is very experienced and he's a good friend of mine. He's never bitter. Gavin Hunt will tell you things as they are. And if he saw it that way, to be honest, I would have to go back and look at it. And I wouldn't want to judge or be part of the comment that he makes, but I must acknowledge some of the decisions also for us were quite not nice. There's quite a number of them here. And the sad thing is that the worst decision led to a goal for him. I'm not sure, but Nati, there was quite a number of them. But I'm not trying to compete with the statement he made. I didn't see the picture. I still have to look at the game, at the board, and see what happened in the game. But one thing I know, Governor will never lie to you. He puts it as is.
Coach, you've got Paris coming up. It's a massive one. I'm sure you want to build on from this little bit of spell that you've had now. And they look out of sort, they throw now, swallow the former club, and then they look to
Rob Mina, into any big is a process. When you get employed coaches must move to a level of saying, this is not a job for me. I'm part of this project. If you go to an environment and say, I'm holding a job, you are just holding on to a monthly salary to empower yourself and be rich yourself. But when you are in a project, when you go to an environment and say, I'm in a project. To me, this is a project. This is where you're saying, I am here to influence, impact, and involve people in the institution. So, Golden Arrows going to Orlando Pirates is Golden Arrows. It's not about coach or whatever. So we're trying to check our DNA, our template, our process up against the best available in the country. Go to Orlando Pirates, play the Golden Arrows way. The same with Supersport. We said, listen, go to Supersport and play the way Golden Arrows would play at any given time. Play your game, test, put your game to test to anyone, but play your game. Lose your way. Win your way, because the worst is to have a win that is accidental, a win that you cannot define, a win that you don't know how it came about. But even a loss at the back of what you had been trying to do, you can always go back and say, this is where we went wrong. First half, typical. Second half, we rectified, and we saw golden arrows in the second half.
Sadly, you can't resume from that second half against
How I wish that. But the biggest thing is recovery. Just go back, have a post-match meal, replenish, recover, because tomorrow is Thursday, right? So we have Thursday, Friday we're traveling to Joburg, we play Saturday. You wouldn't wish to play Pirates after 2-3 days where they hadn't been rest. But a good thing is that we don't have suspensions. I was watching, even though I did not mention Noshitoro, who he must not get a red because he's on 3, né? I was praying and praying and praying, so we managed to go through, so that if and when we choose Chitoro for the second for the Orlando Pirates match, he's available because he's on 3 yellow cards.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.